Everyone, Justin Al Montgomery with Procore Start. As a working professional, be it doctor, lawyer, engineer, accountant, PA, physical therapist, whatever it may be, a professional is a professional, right? You exchange your time and you provide a service and you get paid for it, right? You're stuck in this time for money trap, right? You've probably reached the ceiling in your career. That's the thing about professionals, and that's something that they don't really teach you in school, is that usually when you get out of school, when you finish your master's degree, when you finish your doctorate degree, whatever it is, when you finish it and you get out, you typically are going to be somewhat close to your earning potential. Now, sure, you can make a lot more money, you can get promotions, you can learn new skills, but you need to start a business that is somewhat partially passive in nature. So if you want to start your own practice, you want to start your own office, your own agency, whatever it is that is within your professional realm, that is fine as long as you can make it passive in nature. Okay. But the problem with that is that you have to hire employees. You have to hire other professionals. You have lots of overhead. You know what I mean? The biggest expense for a business owner who wants to start their own business, especially a professional who wants to start their own practice or office, the biggest expense is payroll. It is your employees. Okay. And so it significantly reduces your margin. I mean, you're talking about a reduction in your margin by 30, 40, 50% simply because you have employees. That's the problem with having your own business as a professional. Okay. Your margins slim down. All right. And so that is why I say even screw opening up your own business within your profession if you truly want to build a passive income stream and you truly want to break free. Okay. You can make money within your profession and you can invest it into passive income assets, right? You can put it in a municipal bond, for example, that pays 4%, 4.5% tax free, right? But for every $1 million you invest in that, you're only going to get $40,000 a year, $45,000 a year in return for it. How many millions of dollars do you need before you can generate an income to actually live a really, really good life? Sure, you can invest your money into the S&P 500, into index funds, let it grow, etc. But you're still ultimately exchanging your time for dollars to invest that money, correct? So instead, invest your time and a little bit of money into a business that is passive in nature. Okay. So you can generate income 24/7, 365 days a year. So you can live your life. Okay. That's why I say screw your job. Screw your job. Screw a business that takes up your time. Screw a business that you have to work for, that you become self employed to, that you become a slave to. That is no way to live, my friends. I've been there. I have medical practices that I've owned. I don't really do it anymore. Okay. I pretty much sold everything I have essentially at this point. But when I owned these medical practices, these clinics, I was just employed to it. It was still a headache. It wasn't passive in nature. I mean, it was to a point because I had other nurse practitioners working for me and I had staff and stuff, but my margins really slimmed down. And so I wanted a business that was employee lean with very, very large margins that was predominantly passive in nature. And that's why I started a continuing education course business. So, I was able to walk into my job one day because my course business, the Elite Nurse Practitioner, was generating $150,000 a month profit. And I was still working at this urgent care. Like, what the hell was I doing, right? Why am I here? Why am I wasting my time making $150,000 a year when I make that in a month over here with my continuing education course business? Why am I doing this? And it was such a fantastic day when I was able to walk into my boss's office and basically said, screw this job. I'm pretty much leaving. Like, here's my notice. It was great. That last day at work was fantastic. I shut the clinic down early. I said, close those doors. Screw this job. Screw this business. Screw this large healthcare corporation that doesn't give two shits about me. Screw it. Taking everyone to the brewery. We're all going to get drunk. We're all going to have a good time. So I closed the office, said, screw this. Okay. I want you to get to that point. I want you to be able to get to a point where you can walk into your boss's office. You can say, screw this. I'm out because I don't need your job. I don't need your pay and I don't need your shitty benefits either. I have a business now. that basically is making me financially independent because it generates income 24/7, 365 days a year. Okay. That's the power of having a online digital product focused business. That can be a continuing education course business, or, you could sell physical products, sell it online, whatever it is that's online. That is truly something that's mostly passive in nature. Okay. So if you are serious and you want to say, screw this to your job, consider starting a passive income stream. Consider starting a continuing education course business, a profession focused online course business. You can offer CE or you don't need to. I didn't offer CE for years and I was making $100,000, $150,000 a month. Okay. When I offered CE, I started making more money, but you don't have to offer CE if you are providing something valuable to your colleagues, to your professional colleagues, to your target market. If you are solving a real problem, okay, if there is a problem that plagues your profession and you have a solution to that problem based off of the knowledge and skills and the experiences and your expertise in your mind, and you develop a solution to that, people will buy it regardless if they're CE or not. I guarantee it. Okay. So really, really consider starting an online continuing education course business if you want to say, screw this to the man and live a life that is on your terms. It is a great way to live, guys. All right. Like, I'm not trying to show off. I'm trying to show you that it is possible. I came from nothing. Nobody helped me. I grew up poor. I grew up poor to a single mom. I didn't have anything handed to me. I worked for everything I had. I went to school. I got a master's degree. I became a nurse practitioner. I worked my ass off in ERs and urgent cares at the hospital, etc. And I was able to build a business that made me a multimillionaire because it was an online continuing education course business. I solved a real problem within my profession and it generated passive income. Okay. If I can do it, you can do it too. I can do it. You can do it too. I'm nothing special. Okay. I identified a problem and I created a solution through continuing education, through an online course business. So if I can do it, you can do it too. So I want you to get to the point where you can say, screw this to your boss, to the corporation that you work for that doesn't care about you, even to maybe even your own business because you're so sick of the grind. Okay. I want you to get to that point so you can live your life on your terms. It is great. I'm recording this at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. I got nothing else to do today. Like, it's fantastic. All right. So you can get to that point too. I promise you, you can. You just got to take action and get it done, guys. All right. Anyways, I'm always available for questions. Leave them, leave a comment, shoot me a message, email me, justin@procoursestart.com, and I'm happy to help brainstorm an idea. And I'm happy to help you along with this venture if you're serious about developing a passive income stream and start a continuing education course business. That's why I started procoursestart.com, is to help you succeed and to help you get out of the time for money trap. All right. Talk to you guys later.